All right, guys, welcome back to Rob's Arcade. I am, of course, your host, Mr. Rob French.
Rob's Arcade, Rob's Arcade, where the games get played and the games get saved so they can be played on another day. Rob's Arcade.
And thank you for once again tuning into Rob's Arcade. Don't go anywhere. We got a very cool episode coming up, more with me and how I'm doing on my daily struggle. So don't go anywhere, guys. I'll be right back. Both of us. All right. I understand this is like a weird angle, but I don't want the camera up in my way while I'm driving. All right, we're distracting me, so I figure sitting next to me would be good. It's kind of like it is. I am my own co-host. Like I'm filming myself from over there, right? So yeah. Anyway, I've been doing daily walks, just kind of keeping up with you guys, and letting you know how I'm doing with my newly found admittance and self-discovery with my own alcohol issues. I've recently, like I said, admitted in some of my previous videos that I am an alcoholic. I've been dealing with it for several years now, thinking I have it under control, and it's all recently just kind of come to the surface that I don't really have anything in control. I'm not really in control of anything right now. So I've been taking walks, just trying to get stuff out, get my feelings and my thoughts out so they're not inside. I feel like that's part of the problem I've had for so long, is that even though I've known about this stuff and I know what I'm doing is wrong, and I've always kind of been aware of it, I've never expressed it really externally. Never really taken it seriously by any means. And like I said, just recently having admitted it to myself and to others, and like doing these little videos, it's really helped trying to get like I said, all my thoughts, my feelings, and just everything out there in the open. Make sure I don't hit anybody. So yeah, I've been talking a lot about finding like self-love and just a lot of things that I've kind of heard, like little buzzwords and little things that I've always kind of like taken, I guess, maybe for granted, or thought they were a little cliche, or like, oh, whatever, but it's so true. And another thing that I keep hearing in interviews and stories with people who are like sharing their own problems with alcohol is that, yeah, talking about it definitely helps. And I really have to just take a moment to thank, one, all you guys who are watching right now, for sure, but a lot of my friends that have been helping me through these last few days. It's been really rough with my wife. Things aren't that great with us right now. We're trying to work through it, but it just doesn't seem like I'm not gonna say that like there's any hope, but there's not a real good vibe going on there right now. And so all of my friends have been kind of like having my back and been there for me while I've been dealing with not only my home issues, but also it's like two. I'm dealing with like two trains here at one time. I've got these issues with my wife, which I think go far and beyond just like my issues and with alcohol and other other things, but then I'm also dealing with the alcohol problem, and it's a lot. It's like it's like one of those superhero movies where there's not one supervillain, there's 2, 3 supervillains in one. So yeah, I really want to thank Bobby. I want to thank my boy Andrew, my boy Buck, of course, my boy Anthony. I talked to him a little bit today, and just everybody I've talked to has been very supportive. My mom, just been really nice having you guys here, knowing you guys have my back. It's meant a lot. And this is a day where I would typically be going out to get a drink. That was, I guess, going to be like my big topic for today, and kind of what I wanted to talk about today and really get out there is that, this is typically that part in my week where, if I've had a good weekend, like I haven't really had anything to drink over the weekend, or, it's been a few days, or there's just not really anything to do on a Monday, or whatever the reason is. This is typically around that time. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that I would be thinking about, if not already in possession of alcohol. If I didn't already have it, I would be thinking about like my next step. Okay, like, well, when in my day am I going to go pick it up? Or I've already been out that morning to grab like lunch and dinner or whatever. I've already stopped off and grabbed a couple of little bottles, and I'm like plotting out. Okay, like when do I start drinking these? If I hadn't already by this time at like 2 o'clock, I may have already like cracked one open. And like I said, this is typically that part in my day or my week when I decide like, okay, yeah, let me go ahead and just go ahead and grab me something. I've been good for a few days. Like I said, if it's like a weekend where I didn't really go out and really drink anything, or, I feel like I've earned it or something like that, But it's also tough too because, I don't want to. I think I mentioned in some of my other videos, you start to kind of like feel bad, depressed. So you want to like self-medicate yourself, kind of take your mind off of things. And this would be one of those things where it's like, all right, I need to take my mind off of what's going on with me, with my wife, with everything, and this would be the time, like I said, I would pretty much decide like, okay, let me go run and grab some alcohol. Let me go ahead and run and grab something to drink. And I think I mentioned this too, where it's like, some of these interviews I watch where people are dealing with the same thing. You're starting to realize all these things, and you feel bad and you feel guilty. You're like, oh man, what have I done? And da 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 da. And then it's like, oh man, my home life isn't great, and da da da. And so yeah, you want to like I said, you want to just dive back in. You can't. You're forced to deal with it, and it's not easy. It's not fun. It's pretty tough. It's pretty hard. And it's easy just to like, I'm out. I haven't even wanted to leave the house. Like I'm out right now. I'm grabbing my wife needs some gas for her car. Pick her up a pack of cigarettes. And I haven't wanted to like really leave the house to do anything. Like, I went to work this weekend. I stopped at the grocery store and then went straight home. Like I haven't wanted to go anywhere or do anything because I haven't wanted the temptation. But I also realized I can't just sit in the house and not do anything, because I'm scared I'm gonna fail or whatever. So I'm going out right now. I'm like, doing a few things. Again, trying to stay busy, trying to like I said, in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, I want to go grab something to drink. Well, just stay busy, stay occupied. I'm gonna run into Lowe's real quick, see if I can't remanufacture this. This is like something else I'm going to try to do to keep myself busy over the next couple days, or maybe by tomorrow, is put together a dresser that's been sitting, waiting to be put together for months. Probably another reason why my wife is pissed off at me. And so I'm going to try to remanufacture this because we were missing two. When it came shipped, the box was all broken up. I didn't realize, we're missing pieces. It's probably been too long now till I call and just order these. And, I'm thinking to myself, like, guys make furniture all the time. It's really just a dowel, with a wooden square dowel with like 6 holes in it or something like that. So I don't know. I think I can figure this out. I think I can remanufacture this. And so that's what my goal is. Try to find a piece of this at Lowe's, something this size, if even have to like cut it and saw it and shape it and whatever. And then get her some gas, get her some cigarettes, pick up something for dinner, and just, just head home. That's kind of like, Been my mental state for the last few days is just, don't deviate from your plan. Like if you have a plan to go to the store, do this, that, and the other, don't deviate from that plan and go, oh, let me run over here to Walmart or Walgreens to the ABC Spirit store that they have next door. Just so stay away from there. Gas station, Lowe's, grocery store. That's it. That's all I'm doing today. I said that's all. All right. Well, joking myself. I wasn't able to find a dowel this size, but I was able to find a couple of these guys that are like that size, like thinner. So what I'm thinking is I can cut them in half, actually wood glue 2 of them together to make something this width, and then drill it. So talking about keeping yourself busy and giving yourself some projects to do, am I right? Jeez. If I can untangle this crap here real quick before I continue my video. So there we go. But yeah, I gotta make a couple of those, so that'll keep me busy for the next couple of days. But yeah, it's just about, man, like I said, staying busy and not falling back into my old habits, which is always, like I said, easier said than done. Just wish it hadn't taken, I mean, I guess for some people it's even worse. Some people wind up in jail or hurting somebody or murdering somebody, or not on purpose. Maybe like drunk driving, or high on drugs and heroin. It's always like there's could be bigger things that are eye openers. I'm just really mad at myself. It took things to get where they are now, especially between my wife and I, that this is when I decided to go, oh hey, yeah, all right, I'm going to do something. It's just hasn't been really fair to anybody, and I kind of feel like it's kind of like a bullshit cop out, for alcoholics, where it's just like, oh man, you just kind of go, oh yeah, I've realized now I have a problem, and now I'm going to address it, and everybody else, who you've hurt and disappointed and haven't been there for in the past, it's just kind of like, really? Yeah, like, well, we know it's kind of great that it's kind of like just showing up late to the party, like everybody's been there, and you kind of show up like, hey guys, what's up? What did I miss? Oh, what did you miss? Only, I don't know, pretty much like the last decade of your life. What are you talking about? What did you miss? Everything. Oh no, I lost you guys. I was worried about that. Here we go. Is that a little bit better? No, not really. And even like, oh my gosh, my arms are so small and skinny right now. Start working out again. Just, man. Really need to make a change all around. But yeah, like I said, just thanks for being here, guys. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up for that support. Could really use it. Like I said, it's not easy. It's every day. Like even like as I'm becoming aware of these things and knowing what I'm doing and realizing what I've done, there's still that that voice in the back of my head that's kind of telling me, oh, just one drink won't hurt. One drink won't hurt. It's crazy. But I'm going on like 5 days now. I think they say it takes 8 days for alcohol to like leave your system. I'm going on 5 days. I feel better. I'm not waking up every day with remorse and guilt for drinking or hiding it. So like, I was driving home from work the other day and stuck at a stoplight, and I'm watching this, this homeless guy. He's like literally like just walking around picking up beer bottles and kicking cans around to see if there's anything left in any of these beer bottles. And these are things that are like laying on the ground. And I'm like, what if he kicks a bottle and it's got something in it? Like, I mean, who knows what's in it? Piss, rainwater. Like, it's just, there's no telling what the fuck is in there. And he's just like, he's at that point where he's just like, I don't care. I gotta drink something. I gotta have it. And I'm just like sitting there thinking to myself, like, God, like, yeah, I don't want that to be me. I don't want it to get to that point one day where it's just like, I'm sitting there kicking bottles around, trying to get a little fix or whatever.
All right, guys. Well, I ran my errands, made it back in one piece, and I didn't break. I feel good. I feel great. I feel wonderful. Thanks you so much for hanging out, guys. Make sure you subscribe to see how I'm doing tomorrow. Make sure you comment down below. Like I said, I love hearing from you guys. Give me a thumbs up for that support. Share this with somebody. It might help. You never know. It might help somebody. Like I said, talking with people and just sharing other people's experiences has definitely got me through this last 5 days. So if you got somebody out there, think it might help them, try it. You never know. And remember, it's not goodbye, guys. Simply to be continued. And until next time, don't spend that quarter anywhere else. See you later.